It's fair to say that given the kind of forgettable IPL season that the Chennai Super Kings had in 2025, there were always going to be major changes made to the side, and that started early given there have been major talks of a trade deal for Sanju Samson and Ravindra Jadeja swapping sides. But what about other sides? Remember, it wasn't just one or two major changes that most felt that CSK needed. There was a feeling that wholesale changes would be necessary for the side. And assuming this particular trade goes through, there's been some interesting advice that's come in from former CSK star Ravichandran Ashwin. You remember, Ashwin was part of the side last year, then ended up retiring. And so he's very much free to, let's say, pass judgments or opinions on what he feels would be good for CSK. And this is what he had to say when it comes to them targeting more players. He suggested two very interesting names. He said that the moment that Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja have gone to Rajasthan Royals, I see Nitish Rana coming into the auction. So him and Venkatesh Iyer will 100% be on the radar of CSK. And that's a very interesting prediction. They're two players who, remember, have played together for the Kolkata Knight Riders, who were in fact title winners with the side in 2024 and have had fairly contrasting fortunes since that time. So why exactly does he feel you should be going, or CSK should be going, for these two players? He's given reasons for both of them. Let's first take a look on what it is he had to say on Venkatesh Iyer. He said that for Venkatesh Iyer, he's played one or two good innings in Chepauk. He's a replica of Shivam Dube with long levers down the ground, but can play the sweep and reverse sweep as well. So basically what he's saying is that someone like Venki Iyer would be a good addition to the middle order, assuming he can play the sweep and reverse sweep well, which he has shown some proficiency in playing. And of course, the fact that he's also a big six hitter, goes down the ground to spinners in particular, much like, as he mentioned, Shivam Dube. Of course, that would require some adjustments in their current middle order, but the current middle order, including the likes of Rahul Tripathi and Deepak Hooda, had been so poor that I don't think there's going to be much problem there. As for why it is the team should target Nitish, he again had a very interesting tactical suggestion. He said that someone like Nitish Rana, who's somewhat shorter in height, but can access the square boundaries and use the bounce well, is an attractive option. Because Rana is also a player who has previously done well against CSK, so bringing him into the fold would bring in an experienced campaigner, someone with the know-how of winning titles as well, something that CSK desperately need if they are to be in competition for the next two seasons. Because again, you know how it is that mega auctions work. Once your squad's locked in, making wholesale changes is always not advisable, given most franchises will choose to retain their cores and only look to make small changes which suit them in the mini auction. So these are the suggestions that Ashwin have given, and I do find them very interesting. Of course, whether or not the mantra, or let's say the strategy planning of targeting batters who are done well domestically but haven't quite done it or done much at international level, is something that CSK need to be targeting, considering the likes of Tripathi and Hooda both fell very flat at CSK. Is interesting, but again, how many options are really going to be there? This isn't a mega auction here where teams are forced to release most of their sides. This is a mini auction, so most teams will retain their go and only get rid of players who they deem surplus to requirements. Luckily for CSK, both these players who Ashwin has suggested could very well be surplus to requirements. So what are your thoughts on Ashwin's statements, and do you agree that it would bolster CSK? Let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon as well. Follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.